Welcome back, fam. How y'all feeling today, man? Whatever time you're watching this, wherever in the world you are right now, I hope y'all having a productive day and y'all had a productive week. All right. Today, man, for today's video, the things I'll be talking about today, I was just, meditating, while I'm taking a shower, and these things came to me, man. And it's five things, if you're in your 20s and you're watching this, if you're in your 30s, whichever age group you're in, fall in. Whatever goals you're working towards, man, these are five mistakes you should avoid while you're working towards those goals. All right. And some of the key mistakes you should avoid are at the end of the video. So you might want to stick around not to miss those. All right. Now, without further ado, man, let's just get started. Number one, when it comes to your finances, be vague. Don't get too specific. Don't get too spot on when it comes to your finances, man. Be very vague. All right. Nobody should know where you stand financially. If they have an idea, that's cool, but they should not know exactly where you stand. I don't care whether it's friends, I don't care whether it's family, because people knowing your financial situation never benefits you. It never benefits you. Them knowing your financial situation never benefits you. I'll tell you why. Let's start off. If you earn a lot, if you earn a lot of money, people are going to look to you for everything. All right. There's going to be a lot of pressure on you. There's going to be a lot of stress on you. You know what I mean? People are going to think that you should do like if something happens, say a funeral happens, and everybody's going to want you to pay for that funeral, for example. You know what I'm saying? If there's money issues, you're the first person everybody's going to run to for money because they see you as a resource. Now, I'm not saying you shouldn't help your family. I'm not saying that at all. I am not saying if you got money or if you're financially well off, you shouldn't help your family. I'm just saying that the minute people know you have a lot of money, it can bring a lot of stress. All right. On the other side, if people know you're broke, it can bring a lot of scrutiny. And what I mean by this is if people know your specific financial situation, you'll undergo a lot more scrutiny. If you go out for dinner, oh, aren't they broke? Why the hell they doing that? If you go on vacation, oh, they broke. Why the hell they go on vacation? They need to stay their ass home. Y'all get my drift, right? Exactly. So on one hand, it's going to be stressful because now everybody's going to be looking to you for stuff to help if they know you have a lot. On the other hand, if they think that you're broke, you're going to be scrutinized. They're going to scrutinize you and scrutinize your every move, which is why you should be smart. Keep it a mystery. They should never know exactly where you are. They can have an idea, they can have an inkling, but they should never know for sure where you are. Your financial situation should stay a mystery. So when you tell people, whatever you tell them or whatever you show them, they have no choice but to believe. Because if they know exactly what it is, trust me, it will never benefit you in any way, good or bad. It will not benefit you in any way. All right. That's number one. Number two, another mistake you should avoid. I'm guilty of this. I learned later on in life that it doesn't pay, and that is to follow fashion trends. I wasted so much money on designer clothes because I wanted to be in style or I wanted to be in the know. These days, I don't really care about this stuff. I'm not saying I go around looking trashy or whatever, but I understand like what all that's about. You know what I mean? I'm not saying I don't wear designer. I would be lying if I said that. But I'm just saying that when you're on your grind or when you're on your way up to a goal or wherever you're trying to get to, one of the big things to do is to avoid following fashion trends, because fashion trends, they change every single day. All right. They change every single day, and it never benefits you to waste all your money on clothes, on just try to be in the latest fashion trend. It's not worth it, people. Trust me. It's not worth it. It's going to set you back. And because trends change so often, the stuff you bought from Louis V last year that was from 2 seasons ago, now everybody's wearing a different set of clothes that just came out from Louis V. You know what I mean? And all the stuff you had there that you paid over 3 grand for, that's out of style basically. And even if you try to resell them, you're not gonna get nowhere close to what you paid for them. So you're operating at a loss, okay? So if you're on your grind, I'm not saying you should wear trashy clothes. I'm not saying you should wear knockoffs. I'm not saying you should wear none of that. I'm saying you should not stretch your budget to try and afford luxury brands to follow fashion trends. Forget that shit. That will come. When you get to your grind and you get to exactly where you're trying to get to, all that Gucci, all that designer stuff, if that's your cup of tea, it will come. You ain't got to worry about it. But when you're on your grind right now, you're trying to get to this chicken. You ain't got time to be caught up in the latest fashion trend that you're in today, it's out tomorrow. That's a waste of money, man. Come on. We about getting money for real. We're not about looking like we have money. A lot of people look like they got money, but they broke. You don't want to look like you got money. You want to actually have money. There's a difference. Trust me, there's a big difference. So that's number 2. Forget fashion trends. That's a mistake you should avoid. Number 3, stop wasting time. I did this. When we're young, we take time for granted. We think we got time. We got all the time in the world to do this and do that. You know what I mean? When I was in my early 20s, I'm like, I don't need to start investing now. I don't need to start thinking about, my retirement, how much money I'm gonna have after. I got time. No, I don't. Because here's the thing about money and time: compound interest. I'm gonna put that right above the top. Compound interest. And what compound interest is, it's really the interest that goes on your money over time, and it compounds. That means each time it goes at a higher rate because the money's compounded. Now, time is the master of that. Time is what actually make that works in your favor. So when we're over here thinking we got time and we're wasting time, we're losing a lot of money. A lot. Not a little, a lot. And guess what? That's money we can never get back. So another mistake you should avoid, and I'm guilty of this too, right, is to avoid wasting time. I worked on it. I minimized it. I'm not doing that anymore, and neither should you. Stop wasting time. Anything that you could do today, don't put it off until tomorrow, because trust me, you will regret it. It's gonna have some adverse effect in some way. All right. Number 4, stop telling your friends and your family about your relationship issue. I see this all the time with people. The girl and her boyfriend's having a rough time. She tells all their family he ain't shit, this and that. She broke up with him. 2 months later, they're back together. Now, the family is looking at her crazy, calling her stupid. And the boyfriend's guys, if he told her that she ain't shit, they're looking at him crazy. So everybody's looking at them crazy. And that's all because they chose to go and run their mouths, whether it's family or friends. This is my advice to y'all, if y'all watching this. If you got relationship issues, talk to a therapist about it, if you have them. If you don't, try to get them. The last people you need to go to and talk to about your relationship problems is your friends and your family. Because guess what? When you forgive that person and move on, they will not forgive them. They will not forget either. The picture you painted of your significant other when you was venting to your friends and your family, the picture that you painted of them, and most likely it was a horrible picture. That's the picture that's cemented in their brains. It's tattooed in their brains. And most of the times they will not get over it. So then y'all wonder why Thanksgiving is weird, because in June, you told everybody in your family your fiance was a shit, but Thanksgiving dinner, you expect them to rally around him. They can't do it. And if they do it, they being fake. You know what I mean? A lot of times they feel a certain type of way, but they're not going to show up because, that's your guy, that's your fiance, or that's your girlfriend. They're not going to feel a certain type of way. But deep down, they might not forgive that person. All because you went and ran your mouth to them. So mistake number 4 to avoid: when you and your significant other are having issues, talk to a therapist. Don't go run into your family, and don't go run into your homeboys and your homegirls, because if you get back together with your girlfriend, you might look crazy. All right. So please avoid that situation. Number 5, make less moves. No, make more moves and make less announcements. Have you ever, maybe it's just me, maybe it's my experience, but have y'all ever like realized that anytime you tell people about your plans, those plans always fall through? Maybe it's just me, but on everything, I swear on everything, every time I tell people what my plans are or what I'm gonna do or the moves I'm gonna make, guess what? They never work out ever. I don't know. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's bad energy. I don't know if I'm telling the wrong people. I don't know what it is. But what I do know is that them plans do not work. They fail. They don't work. You know when my plans work? When I shut the fuck up, keep my plans to myself, knock out my goals one by one by one by one. Just boom, 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 boom. You ain't gotta talk about it, bro. Be about it. If you really about it, you ain't gotta talk about it. You ain't gotta tell nobody. The work will show for itself. You get what I'm saying? So avoid that mistake. Stop telling people your plans and what and every single thing you got planned. Stop doing that. Keep some things to yourself because the work will show for itself. All right. So make more moves and make less announcement. Avoid that mistake of talking too much about your future plans and your future goals. Trust me, you will thank me later. All right. If you stuck around for this long, man, I appreciate y'all. I'm gonna give y'all a bonus tip. All right. And that is to track your motherfucking spending. A lot of us are guilty of that. I'm not one of them. I am definitely not. But if you're watching this video and you're guilty of this and you're not tracking your spending, this isn't an attack, it's really just to emphasize that you need, if you haven't started already, start right now. You need to start tracking your spending, because if you track your spending, you can see exactly where your money is going. You can see different points where you're wasting money, and you could reallocate that money to savings, to invest, to actually make yourself more money. This is why you should track your money, right? Now, when you're tracking your money, you should have two parts. You should have wants and needs. And your needs should include your savings and your investment. Those things should be your needs. Those are not, it's not an afterthought. It's a priority. All right. And then on your wants, you could eliminate little things and put off little things and push more money from that to your needs. And that's how you can make more money. You know what I mean? So please track your spending and prioritize your wants and your needs. All right. If you stuck around this long, man, appreciate you guys. Love you guys, man. We still trying to grow. So please support the channel. All right. Until next video, man, comment, subscribe, like, share. Appreciate y'all. Peace.